Jason Sherman from Gridiron Football. We're here at our third annual Gridiron Football Media Day right here at St. Thomas More High School. Can't appreciate Coach Savoie, Coach Hightower for the hospitality, and what a gorgeous facility that we're at as well. I'm here with one of the best coaches in the state, Coach Bret Fuselier for Jennings High School. Coach, always a pleasure catching up with you, especially talking about football. So, yeah, the 2024 version, really good season for y'all. We can talk a little bit about that before we talk about 2025. So kind of recap 2024 for us.
Oh, man, it was a good year for us. My second year at the school. We lost the first game against Iowa, which, proved to be a quality opponent as they always are, a semifinal team. We ended up losing the last game of the year against Opelousas. So, and everybody knows the team that they were last year coming off that state championship. So, for us, it was, we had some big points in the season, winning a district championship, beating Notre Dame for the first time in school history. So we did some good things, for our program last year, and now we're looking to build off of that.
Yeah, district championship, that's nothing to sneeze at, and y'all had a pretty good playoff run as well. So what should we expect in 2025 after coming off such a great season last year?
Well, hopefully what you can look forward to is us building off of this success from the last couple of years. My first 2 years there, we've lost to Cecilia the first year, who ended up being a state runner-up team. We lost to Opelousas for all they were last year. So hopefully we can build on that and bring this program. In Jennings traditionally, everybody knows this program traditionally is a good program, one of the most storied programs in the state of Louisiana. So we're just trying to add to that legacy in our own way here.
Absolutely. Coach, you decided to bring 4 guys. Some of these names and faces I definitely recognize from our camps this year. But tell me about the 4 guys who decided to represent Jennings here today at Media Days. Yeah,
we have four guys that are very key players to our program. We're going to lean to them for leadership this year. Nate Broussard, a defensive tackle for us, had a very big breakout season last year. So we're looking to him, especially on defense, to shore up that defensive line and really, like I said, just be that leader that we need on defense. Humphrey Ned, he's a 3-year starter for us. Another guy that's going to be key to our success on defense. He plays strong safety for us. He's a playmaker all over the field. So, and then we have Gerald Watson, another 3-year starter for us. Been starting off at cornerback for us. An all-district player last year. So, 3 guys that are going to be very key for our defense that we're going to build our defense around. Then we have Chris Nett, our quarterback. He's back from last year. Yeah. He's going to play some defense as he did last year, and a playmaker on both sides of the ball, offense and defense. So, and really all 4 of these guys, they're gonna all pay dividends for us on both sides of the ball. So.
Yeah, Coach, I know those are the main headliners, but who are some other guys that are having a really good season, off season so far, and expect some big things for this year?
Yeah. Young kid for us, a sophomore, Liam LeBlanc. He started last year as a freshman at running back. He's added a lot of weight to his frame, and he's going to play some running back for us. He's going to also play a little bit on defense. So I think he's ready for a big breakout season. Up front we have Aiden Leger. He's going to be starting for his second year. He's only a junior, so he's going to be a big part of our offensive line. He's the one returning starter we have on our offensive line, so we're going to have to build around him.
Yeah, for sure. I know you have to replace a guy who played in our Gridiron game last year, Rajon Zeno. He's also a great player for y'all. Just overall on the offensive side of the ball, what should we kind of look at just as an overall standpoint?
Yeah, well, we're going to be an option team like we have been. Marquell Gordon's going to fill in at the fullback spot. We're going to have kind of a tailback by committee. Liam LeBlanc is going to lead that committee. And Chris is going to be under center, of course. So, you kind of got a 3-headed monster there. But I think where you're going to see some difference is we've grown in the passing game this offseason. Chris has had a good offseason, learning the offense, learning how to play the position of quarterback. You have Gerald Watson who can play receiver. You have Humphrey Ned who can play receiver and make plays out there. We have a couple of young guys who I think that are ready for some big years for us at receiver also, along with those guys. So I think that's going to be a difference you're going to see in our team.
Move on to the defensive side of the football. You're used to it because you've coached so many championship teams at Kinder before Jennings. But what should we expect on that side of the football?
Well, one thing we always try to do is get speed on defense. And Jennings traditionally is a school that has athletic kids, and it's no different this year. I think that's going to be our strength is our athleticism on defense. I think up front we have an opportunity to maybe be a little bit bigger up front and shore up against the run a little bit. But definitely the big thing for us is our speed that we're going to be able to use in our athleticism. So.
Okay, Coach, talk about the upcoming schedule for y'all non-district and district coming up.
Yeah, right out the gate, we start off with Iowa. It's
huge game.
Our schedule is very unforgiving. So we got Iowa week 1. We open up a new stadium. They're redoing our stadium. So that's going to be an exciting night, that Friday night in September. So, but then we have Eunice, the traditional Eunice game, week 2. Right down the road, Welsh High School, who's proven it year in and year out. Coach Corville does a great job over there. Northwest, who, of course, everybody knows they have the running back.
Right.
Coach Edwards has done a real good job over there since he's been there. They've had a lot of success under him. Gridiron, which is another traditional, every year. I think Jennings has been playing them for over 50 years now, so another traditional. And then our district, you get into our district, and it's one of the toughest ones in the state when you're looking at Class 3A. And then right in the middle of the district, you have Notre Dame, so.
Yeah.
Our schedule is very unforgiving. We know week in and week out we got to come ready to play, and we knew that it was the same thing last year. So one thing is our kids, when it comes Friday night, our kids are usually ready to go.
Yeah, you have a winning season with that with that schedule. You definitely earned it for sure, Coach. And lastly, Coach, is talk about the fans. Their support, winning seasons like district championship, a lot of hype coming into this year, and a lot of talent that you're returning as well. So why should Jennings fans be excited about the upcoming season?
And that's the thing that makes the Jennings job such a great job is that community. With that job comes expectations. And I know it can be some pressure, but that's a good thing. Because the kids kind of feel it from the community, and our kids respond to that. So what they're going to get to see, they're going to see a team that's going to be excited to play every Friday night. We're going to play 48 minutes of good, fast football. Our kids are going to be confident in their abilities, and they're going to play fast, and we're going to fly around the field. We're going to make plays on offense, defense, and on special teams. So I think our kids are excited for this year. We've had the best offseason since I've been there. The kids now know the expectations in year 3, and I think that they're ready to get started here.
Oh, definitely. I expect nothing less. Coach, here's our free magazine that you get to keep. And next magazine, we're going to have a lot about Jennings the next one, because we have an in-depth season preview in our next magazine, more on the Jennings Bulldogs. So if you're a Jennings fan, want to get your football fix before football season, make sure to go to our website. You can find us at gridironfootballusa.com.